Fans are looking forward to watching undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez defend his titles against the young star Jaime Munguia this weekend. Munguia, 43-0, 34 KOs, will try to upset King Canelo and dethrone him in what Golden Boy promoter calls a changing of the guard. Oscar hopes Munguia will be his new cash cow. If it works out as La Hoya hopes, he'll have a new big name in his stable of fighters that can carry his company the way Canelo did for many years when he was with Golden Boy. Munguia doesn't have the experience one would like to see from a fighter taking on a talent like Canelo, but he has the right fighting style to do the job. Without the seasoning, Munguia might be over his head. Munguia is a budding star, and he's been preparing his whole life for this event, said boxing expert Chris Algieri. People ask me, is this a bridge too far? I don't think so. I think he's ready for this opportunity. He's got a ton of experience. He has over 40 fights. He's looked better and better in every fight recently. He recently hooked up with trainer Freddie Roach. He brings a different level to the game that can really help Munguia out against a much more well-known and experienced Canelo Alvarez. Having Freddie Roach as his coach can't hurt, but that might not be enough for Munguia to overcome the experience that Canelo has. The kid's barren resume could come back to bite him on the backside on Saturday night. There are three factors that may contribute to Munguia ending up winning. Youth, not showing signs of ring wear despite having fought over 40 times as a pro. Freddie Roach factor, legendary coach expected to have a great game plan for Munguia to follow. Punching machine. With Canelo slowing down with age, Munguia's high punch output could be trouble. That youthful exuberance is hard to overcome, especially when you get a little older. He's going to be bringing it, and I think he's going to be fully prepared with a great game plan according to what Freddie Roach has been saying. I've actually always liked this fight. It's a great matchup. Canelo doesn't throw as many punches as he used to. Guess what? Munguia throws more punches than anybody, so let's get them in the ring together, said Algieri. With Canelo's power and counterpunching, he doesn't need to throw a lot of punches to win this fight. If he can connect with enough eye-catching shots each round, he'll win a decision and possibly score a knockout. But Munguia's inexperience could also be a potential pitfall. Munguia is inexperienced at this highest level, and it can work against him, said Paulie Malignaggi. You make that youthful excitement walk into traps. If he walks into enough traps, it could possibly slow him down. Meanwhile, analyst Tim Bradley claims that Canelo was forced into the fight with Jaime Munguia as part of his contract with Premier Boxing Champions, PBC. Bradley says Canelo didn't want to fight Munguia and have to deal with his old promoters at Golden Boy, but he had to because PBC got the deal with Amazon Prime because of him. PBC needed Canelo to fight Munguia to hit it out of the park with their new deal with them. Munguia is the hot fighter after his 9th round knockout win over John Ryder, even though hardcore boxing fans know that Canelo softened him up last year. He's fighting Munguia because he was forced to. He didn't want to do business with Golden Boy, but he was forced to do it because of the money, said boxing expert Tim Bradley about how he believes Canelo Alvarez was forced to fight Munguia as part of his 3-fight contract with PBC. With the money PBC is paying Canelo, they needed him to fight a big name, and if it wasn't Munguia, the only other guy is David Benavidez. Canelo doesn't seem interested in fighting him. It was the least bad alternative that Canelo wound up taking, fighting Munguia rather than facing the much larger Benavidez. The big thing going on with Amazon Prime, all of that. PBC got Amazon Prime because of Canelo. We need you to fight somebody because we need to hit it out of the park, said Bradley. Munguia is that guy. He's hot. He's coming in flaming off the victory over Ryder, and everybody is comparing that victory. Well, you didn't stop him. We all know that Canelo softened him up. However, Munguia was still able to get it, said Bradley. Obviously, Munguia isn't a great talent, but he's been matched to make him look like gold, but he's the fake variety. He almost lost to 38-year-old Sergey Derevianchenko, and even with the knockdown Munguia scored in the 12th, many boxing fans still had him losing. Then you put Freddie Roach in there as well. That makes it even a bigger spectacle. And how Freddie Roach sees and how Freddie Roach is talking. He's going to talk his talk. Canelo's older now. He's not the same. He's this, he's that, said Bradley. It's going to be a great, entertaining fight. Munguia is young as well. He's a young bull. He's strong as well. He's hungry. He's determined. It's going to be the best Munguia. Canelo, he knows he's got to turn up and show out, said Bradley. Trainer Freddie Roach will have studied Canelo's losses to Dimitri Bivol and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Well, the game plan that he'll have for Munguia will be a copy of what those two fighters used against Canelo, and it might work. If he gets that W, it's going to look good on his resume. He's going to say, guys, what more do you want me to do? I just fought a young bull. It's not Benavidez. However, I'll give Canelo credit for fighting this young bull, said Bradley. On the other hand, Canelo has predicted that he will win Saturday's undisputed super middleweight title fight with Jaime Munguia inside 8 rounds. The Mexican rivals fight at Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena on the occasion of Cinco de Mayo weekend, when the 27-year-old Munguia enters what, by a considerable distance, represents both his toughest and most significant fight. And if Alvarez remains the strong favorite, he's being confronted by a fresher, younger, improving fighter and one who is yet to experience defeat. Munguia has regardless also been dismissed somewhat on account of the reality that, to many observers, David Benavidez represents the more appealing challenger, and on the occasion of their grand arrival at the MGM Grand, Alvarez, considered in decline partly on account of his inability to stop his past 4 opponents, spoke of the statement he is planning to make. Winning by knockout is always wonderful, right? The 33-year-old said. So I think I'm going to win by knockout before the 8th round. I don't care if Munguia is younger, older, I don't care, because Canelo in the end is different. It's a very significant fight. It's going to be an historic one. It's 2 Mexicans fighting for all 4 belts for the first time. That's what I'm looking for always, to leave my mark and to put my country up high. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you to all the fans here. I'm looking forward to what's going to be an outstanding week with you all. I thank you for it, and I'm really excited to be here. Among the crowd present on Tuesday was someone holding a sign in support of Benavidez. Jaime Munguia deserves the respect that he's entitled to, and it's going to be a great fight, Alvarez responded when that sign led to him being asked about the prospect of him fighting Benavidez. The fan that had the sign out there about David Benavidez, he's clearly been resentful from the Gennady Golovkin fight. And there you have it, fight fans. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.
If you love diving into the heat of this boxing rivalry and crave more adrenaline-pumping action, we've got you covered. But we need your knockout support to keep the bell ringing.